Hey everyone, it's your girl Stephanie coming at you guys with another video. I know, I've been missing in action since May. I've had a lot of anxiety. You know, anything that involves more than getting up, feeding the dog, and walking him has become a lot. You know, um, work has been up in the air, everything's been up in the air, and I've just felt so demotivated to do anything. And so I said, you know what? It's been long enough. I'd like to go back on YouTube and start making content again. So I thought we'd do something a little different this time around. And that is a Bibliophile Reacts to bookish things. Alright? I am not. If you're hearing noises, that's my dog, Nico, who will at some point make his appearance. So, yeah, anyways. I don't have the screen recorder on my laptop because it's acting up for some reason. So I'm going to be doing it from my phone. And I'll see if I can import the in the video on here. Alright, let's get to it, shall we? Shall we? Okay. On. Check broadcast. Okay. So, here we go. Bibliophiles are sharing the most annoying book tropes, and I'm 100% on the same page as them. So this is something that's on Buzzfeed. I didn't look through it because I wanted my reactions to be genuine. And so here we go. When the main characters are a set of twins, and there's a good one and an evil one. Oh, I read this book, The Twin by Natasha Preston. Honestly, I think it's been overdone. You know, it's like, oh, it's a good twin, it's a bad twin, kind of going back to the Wizard of Oz kind of thing. But I'm with you on that one. Number 2, when the bad guys never give up. Like ever. Even right before imminent death. There's not a shadow of hesitation. Example, Voldemort tries to kill Harry for 7 books before ultimately falling and then dying himself. I mean, something can be said for persistence. You know, if you fail once, try and try again. Number 3, when the main character is a plain Jane and dogs herself throughout the entire book until the snarky blonde boy said, she's beautiful, like a firecracker. Or not like other girls, so unique. Okay, this trope has been overdone. Alright? Ladies, we need to have some self-confidence. We need to know our own worth. Alright? And I just wish authors would stop doing that. You know? Oh my god, she is not like any other girl you've ever met. Uh-huh. Okay. You and half the population on Earth? Thank you. You know, and also, we don't need a significant other or a love interest to tell us that we're beautiful and unique. We should know that ourselves. Thank you very much. You too, Nico. You are beautiful and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Number 4, when the billionaire main characters who lives in a modern and minimalist decorated home, who is also afraid of commitment, somehow falls head over heels for the other main characters. Example, the inception of Bennett and Chloe's relationship. Yeah, if the guy is average looking and has a bit of weight, oh, he's suddenly creepy. Really? Number 5. More specifically, when the ancient vampire master, or substitute magical creature of the day, must be old, who is also super sexy, rich, and powerful, immediately falls for a messy, broke woman in her early 20s with a tragic, mysterious past because she's so special and different. Are we talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Hey, can we not? No. Nikki? No, chewing. Leave it. Thank you. Leave it. Try to get to my wires. The ring light. Example, the inception of Nina and Lucian and Janescu's relationship. I guess this is in Meg Cabot's Insatiable book. I don't read Meg Cabot. I think I've probably read maybe one of her books. I don't know. But yeah, I can see how that's annoying. But I haven't read any vampire books lately. Even though I used to love vampires as a kid. Number 6. When miscommunication between the two main characters leads to conflict, especially when the characters point blank refuse to utter a single word to each other, even when a simple sentence of explanation can resolve the entire problem. Yes, absolutely! This is a pain in the neck. And just stop! Just communicate, please! Please! I'm sorry, I don't need to yell. An example would be Marianne and Cuddle's entire relationship. I'm not sure what that's from, but okay. Yeah, that's annoying. Number 7. When a character breaks up with another character in order to protect them. It's been overdone. It's annoying. Alright. An example, when Harry broke up with Ginny before he went on the hunt for the Horcruxes, I feel like I get it, but at the same time, Ginny was a badass witch. She could hold her own. You know, and I get Harry's intention of, don't wait for me, I might die, it is a dangerous thing we're about to do. Ginny would be like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. I'm still gonna date you. Number 8. When two characters of the opposite sex get partnered together unexpectedly. They're both in the same age bracket and ridiculously attractive. Somehow, despite their successful careers and tight athletic bodies, they're both single. Example, when Lena, a wedding planner, is partnered with Max, a marketing executive, and her ex-fiance's brother, to come up with a new pitch to help elevate both of their careers. Yeah, you can see that a mile away. Like, you already know how the book's gonna end. You know. Sometimes it's nice to have a light, fluffy book where you know that the entire plot is predictable. You know how it's going to end, and you're okay with that. You know, it's nice. But sometimes I like a little bit of twists and turns. Number 9. When the main character carries a terrible, horrendous, shameful burden that is alluded to constantly, which turns out to be either something common, or something that isn't even their fault. Example, when Alaska finally admits to her friends that her mother died of a brain aneurysm, and she harbors guilt over that, even though she was a child and didn't understand what was going on. She didn't call 911. I mean, she's a child. You can't really hold that against her. And I understand the guilt of thinking, oh, I could have done something. But you didn't know any better. You know? Number 10. When the beautiful young ingenue, who is incredibly attractive and somehow doesn't realize it, meets an older, emotionally damaged man and fixes him. You mean 50 Shades of Grey, don't you? Oh my god, the whole series was problematic as hell. Wow. And it's all because he was a billionaire. That's it. No other reason. So basically, when Kristen meets Anna and she changes him. I don't like how you get into a relationship and you are expected to change the person, or you go into a relationship thinking, I'm going to change the person. No! No! If they want to change, they will change. You can't force it. Number 11. When the average teenager girl somehow develops superpowers while juggling multiple love interests and is always having to get saved, usually from a mess of her own making. Twilight. When Bella meets Edward and he can't read her mind, they fall in love, and she also develops feelings for her friend Jacob. Are we not going to talk about the fact that she did Jacob dirty? Really? Oh, and then there's that too, so really? In the last book. Okay. Number 12. Or just love triangles in general. Yes. Sometimes love triangles are done very well, but usually it's boring. And it's annoying. And it gets in the way of the main love interest plot. Example, Laura Jean being torn between Peter Kavinsky and Josh, and the Peter Kay and John Ambrose. I will say that is one of the few book to movie adaptations that I don't care if it's not realistic to the book, and that's fine. I just love the entire cast, especially Noah Centineo. Oh my god, he's such a cutie. And Lana Condor is gorgeous. I love her. Number 13. When two characters are forced to face date in order to solve a problem. I do not have a problem with this. I actually like this. Fake dating is a trope that I enjoy. But again, not every time, but sometimes. Like Red, White, and Royal Blue. And then there was Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating. And another book that I really liked. What was it? I forget, but yeah. I'm not opposed to that trope. So basically the example is when Alex and Henry had to fake a relationship in order to keep up diplomatic relations. Let me tell you, Red, White, and Royal Blue really oversimplified diplomatic protocols and diplomatic relations. Like, really? Number 14. When the spy has amnesia and has to use their skills to get their memory back and or avenge someone that they forgot. Yeah. Example. When Jason Bourne, who has retrograde amnesia, must use his spy skills to help find out where he used to be. I've seen a few episodes of Jason Bourne. It was alright. Number 15. When a character is a runner because they want to be free or get away from where they are. Following Chris Hyde. Example, Sam quite literally runs from every problem that she has, which usually results in her running sometimes 10+ miles a day. Why? Why? Oh, I'm gonna read this book, the Kiss Quotient. Number 16. When a character likes math or science because it's binary, right and wrong. I mean, science is theories that have been proven many times. No, a set of hypotheses that has become a theory. Something like that. Again, okay. Example, Stella, a woman on the autism spectrum, loves her job as an econometrician because it's easier to analyze numbers than people. Honestly, I get it. I mean, okay, people are complicated, and sometimes numbers are not. However, you talk to a person who is so sticky a math, then yeah, numbers are complicated. Because they deal with humans. Number 17. When characters in a fantasy series always get sorted into houses, groups, factions, etc. For example, everyone in Crystal Society is sorted into 5 factions. Candor, Abnegation, Amity, Erudite, and Dauntless. I don't mind this. Again, as someone who's read that series, and I'm not going to name, or the series right above it, Percy Jackson. Come on. Like, having a group, either, I don't know, like having a suite or a house or group, like, there's a sense of camaraderie, you know? Number 18. When a character, usually female, has to endure a sexual trauma for either personal growth and or plot development. I do not like this. And why? Can't you think of anything else? For example, when Claire and Jamie, and frankly, a lot of other characters, are raped in order to move the plot along. No, there are other ways to move the plot along. You don't have to resort to sexual violence. And I have seen it done quite a few times. Number 19. When the main character takes every possible opportunity to sacrifice themselves. I would like it if the character actually died and stayed dead. I don't know, is that unpopular? Is that a thing? When the chosen one, the sacrificial lamb, stays dead. I think that's not everything in life is cheery, rosy, and happy. So, for example, when Triss sacrificed herself to save Four and the rest of their people. I don't remember reading, I read the first book of the series, and I can't even remember. And then I was like, oh well. I think that's where my love of dystopia tapered off. Number 20. When a celebrity falls in love with someone because she doesn't recognize him. And that's a change for him. Example, when Annie is less than impressed after meeting Drew Danforth on set. I think it's also age. Okay, I'm gonna go on the assumption that these two people met when they were really young and they weren't fully formed developmentally. And, they just didn't get along. And then, as you grow older, you begin to change, And when you see each other again after so many years, then yeah, things start to shift. I can see that. It's not unbelievable. Number 21, last but not least, when the main character has auburn hair, or green blue eyes, or ivory skin, or some combination of all three. Example, when Matt falls in love with his boss, Kate, whom he notices has red hair and blue eyes. Can we get a little bit more diversity in our readings? Thank you. So, yeah, I actually don't mind a lot of these, but some of them I very much mind. So, yeah. If you liked it, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what bookish tropes do you hate or do you like? You know? As always, I will see you guys. What do my brother's here? So, yeah. Comment, like, subscribe. I will see you guys soon. I'm not